Oh,
He does
right.
have a Pikachu, but that's not going to come out. So first we're going to see the Ness and see how that's going to go. Game number 1, iStudying versus S1 on Pokemon Stadium, the classic starter stage. Let's see how the classic turns out this time.
Yeah, and yeah, this is it's going to be quite a matchup because I know that S1 beat iStudying at Lightning 3, and I believe that was the last time they played at a PR tournament here in the Netherlands. But iStudying is that kind of player that is just so good at set play. He can adapt on the fly, he can make it happen quickly, and he can. What the biggest thing with iStudying is that at some point he just doesn't get KO'd ever. he seems to have found this lifeline, and he's holding on to it for dear life.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this matchup happened at the Ultimate from 2 as well. I remember S1 taking this set, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
So the last time they met at this tournament series, S1 took it. And as you said, iStudying still has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Against S1. He knows the characters, he knows the player, and for now it seems he's winning the match. Ooh, almost gets the up smash KO, but S1 a bit too heavy for that. Repels back, but he's still 50% behind.
Yeah, and that 50% is huge for a player like iStudying, who can just milk out every single percentage that you have and make you work to get it back to even. But S1 is the creative player here, and is the player who can, with his creative movement, using the PK Magnet, using the grabs, can really turn things around.
I think we're now at the percentage where down tilt setups don't quite work anymore. He's not going for them at least.
Look at that pivot grab.
Good break. Yeah, Greninja's pivot grab is infamous for how large it is actually. Ooh, tries to get the uppy, but
Risky.
down tilt is gonna do it right now. I said it didn't quite work anymore, but iStudying proving me wrong and getting that forward there to finish the first stock of S1. And right now, we're going into a very aggressive stock number 2 for iStudying, who's just wailing on S1, it seems.
I thought that was quite uncharacteristic from S1, trying to go for such a high-risk option. iStudying punishing accordingly, and is now firmly in the lead. It's looking quite scary for S1.
But oh, the up smash, the yo-yo is going to do it right there. S1 gains a little bit of momentum back, but iStudying keeps on wailing on him. He has shown that he can take the pressure. Deep back air off the stage. S1 has to use the recovery, gets back of it despite iStudying's best efforts with the water pump, with the hydro pump. It's not going to be enough to keep S1 off the stage.
No, S1 had a way to get back, and he does correctly using the PK Rocket, but iStudying is still not trending, or is still in the lead. But S1 has something to say about that. Tries to keep iStudying honest. iStudying recovering high, gets grabbed and gets tossed off stage again. Try again, iStudying, he says. Gets him off stage again. Tries to go for the PK Rocket, or at least he tried, but didn't quite reach.
Ooh. And now we're at the percentage where back throw is going to start being a dangerous tool, especially at the ledge. Greninja, not being the heaviest character in the game, is going to die from that extremely early. But is S1 going to lose his stock first? Great parry. Tries to get something out of it, but sadly it's not going to happen. And a forwarder takes S1's second stock.
Yeah. Now S1 needs to find that KO, but like I said earlier, iStudying is very good at avoiding all kill options, and what he needs to avoid here is the back throw, is some kind of edge guard, and especially that PK Rocket, which S1 always seems to find no matter what.
The falling upper is also very
Beautiful.
scary. From
Beautiful.
Both S1 and iStudying, getting 3 in a row. Big 65% from iStudying here, making the lead even larger than it already was.
I just love watching iStudying play. He is such a mastermind with this character, but the up smash, once again, S1 has been finding those quite a bit. And, you know, despite the deficit, I think S1 could still very well take this.
He can. It's Ness. He does do a lot of damage, especially with those PK Fires. PK Fire can lead into a forward throw as well, which also does a lot of damage. There we go, 14% for one throw. And now iStudying at a 25%. What's he going to do? He needs to be very careful not to receive big punishment for any overcommitment.
Right.
S1 tries to go for the PK Thunder, not going to hit him.
Both players just dancing around each other, trying to find an opening in that neutral situation. iStudying tries to go for the grab as one, moving around it accordingly, needs to get back to the middle of the stage now. iStudying tries to use the water shurikens to get a hit in, doesn't do so.
Slips out of that disadvantageous position, but the absolute tipper of that forwarder is going to knock S1 off stage so far that the kill streak came up, but it's not going to be enough. And now off stage, PK Rocket. No, it's not going to be a beefy one. And again, another forwarder going straight through Ness's forehead is going to take game number 1 for iStudying.
The spacing from iStudying there was immaculate. First, that first forwarder, which you said, hit with the tipper. And then not even 5 seconds later, he gets another one. So, yeah, that's great play.
I think the biggest thing that iStudying did in those games is that when he got a stock, he almost instantly got another 50% on S1. So he started off his fresh stock very well when he gets KO, and S1 has a mountain to climb even when he gets the stock. All right, so we're now going to Battlefield, which also seems to me to be a great stage for Greninja as well. I'm not completely sure what S1's plan is, but he must have something.
Well, I know iStudying likes his flat stages like Kalos and FD. And Battlefield is, well, the platforms can be both a detriment and an advantage for Greninja. So let's see how this works out. So far, S1 is has been doing quite a bit better than the first game, but iStudying, of course, makes you work for every single percentage.
No edge guard there, not quite hitting it. Well, iStudying going very high to dodge that PK Thunder. It's going to be enough. Now S1 is on the ledge, gets back to it with a good forwarder. And now iStudying on the ledge is basically just switching who is going to be at the ledge, who's going to be edge guarding. iStudying again going very high to dodge those PK Rockets, PK Thunders.
The high recoveries have been really working out for iStudying, and S1 is not covering them with that PK Thunder. And it might be very hard for Ness to do so. So what I would like to see from S1 is just a little bit more waiting before trying to go for that PK Thunder, so he can cover high recoveries with that up air, or maybe with a higher PK Thunder.
Yeah, almost gets KO'd by the forward throw there. I don't think he expected that. Forward throw is not quite the strongest throw Greninja has, but he is still living, and now S1 has access to his kill throw, his back throw. Ooh, but the Shuriken is going to rob him of a position right there. Needs to recover. Ooh, it doesn't get quite back. Doesn't choose to bump into the stage, so this is an unfortunate angle for S1 to take, and it costs him his first stock. Now iStudying needs to be very careful with his movement. He is, and already gets another 50%, as I said last. He always does that. When he gets a stock from S1, he doesn't let off his pressure.
Yeah, but that's one of the strengths of Greninja. That dash attack is so strong at early percentages, and this time it confirmed into the up smash, so that's an easy 40% on S1. But S1 gets the back throw, and that's an easy KO on iStudying. So, you know, both characters have their strengths, and they just showed it to you right there.
Back air is not going to lead in anything for S1. iStudying following it up with a quick jab. Oh, reads the roll in with the up smash. It's not going to be enough. Battlefield does have a higher ceiling than Final Destination, for example. So it might work on that, but S1 is still in a bad position.
Does get the Nair though, and does get the tech read. But iStudying makes it back to the, well, not to the platforms, but to the stage. Yeah.
Back air on the stage. PK Fire, this is big. Ooh, no PK Rocket, but a jab. That forward tilt is also one to look out for at decent high percentages. It does kill from Ness, but the forward air from Greninja is also enough to take the stock. iStudying again with a stock lead. Let's see how big he's going to make it in the first couple of seconds.
Yeah, the forward airs from iStudying have been working out very well for him. And S1, of course, has to respect those big water swords, but it's been very hard for him to work around at those high percentages. Ooh,
tries to get the up smash, but it gets interrupted by iStudying. Sadly, no stock yet from S1. He's got the first one, now he has trouble taking the second one. Already 15% behind again. iStudying keeps getting away with that.
Yeah, and you said that so beautifully before the set, that every time, or after first game, every time iStudying takes a stock, he tacks on another 50%. That's like the iStudying tax. You have to take it. You have to take it.
Gets the yo-yo out, doesn't get the edge guard. We haven't seen that many yo-yos of him off stage, but back throw is gonna do it even across the stage. That back throw is so ridiculously strong. It gets stock, and now we're at the last stock for both players. Greninja again at an advantage with S1. Can he make it up?
But iStudying has been studying S1's movement, and so far has been reading these third stock situations quite well, has been able to finish them, but you know, S1 is the kind of player who's able to mix things up, gets the grab, gets the up smash, is not going to kill quite yet. Like you said, Battlefield with the high ceiling coming in clutch for S1.
That's the second time his game you can say that. But again, the PK flash. I think that must be a misinput, like he did it a couple of other times, and it just seems illogical to me for him to do PK flash there. But he did it in the end, and iStudying capitalizing on that very well.
Yeah. So what's the third stage gonna be? Is it going to be Battlefield once again? In a sense, I definitely understand where he's coming from. The Battlefield game was a lot better than the first game. So let's see how this works out. If S1 can make the adaptations needed to overcome this mean frog of iStudying, let's see how it goes in game number 3.
It seems to be starting strong for S1. iStudying does need to move out of the way most of the time, it seems. Quick 50% already, two semi-spikes. What is going on? S1 is just going completely nuts right now.
S1 is...
he's done.
He's not... He decided, yeah, you know, those were some good warm-up games.
Yeah.
Let's start playing now, iStudying.
During the pause between game 2 and 3, he was like, I'm done with your crap. I'm just going to play so ridiculously aggressive, it seems. He's not letting iStudying breathe. Not getting the up smash though. That's quite a rarity from S1 when it hangs down there. Maybe it's quite hard on Greninja, I'm not completely sure. But S1 still in a very, very big advantage. Gets the first stock right now. Is only at 31%. Is he going to take the lead right now in this first stock?
Yeah, he's definitely in the lead right now, Dago. And I've been liking this style of S1 that he's been playing, giving no room for iStudying to breathe and making sure that everything that iStudying does is punished accordingly.
iStudying tries to create some space for himself with those back airs, but it's not going to work out for him, it seems. Again, dash attack throwing on the other side of the stage. iStudying needs to be very careful with his movement. It seems to be a bit slippery and not in a positive way. And iStudying is just, gets the counter. Weird angle for S1. Gets the back air and the adders back to the stage, so that's good. But now he needs to recover. He does not have his double jump, I think.
Reverses around using the water shuriken and then the back air. iStudying finishes it off by that book and does so well. So let's see these early percentages from iStudying once again, because he's been working his way on those first stocks or on those early percentages so well. And then again we see a quick 55% on S1 already.
Fourth throw again, 90% on iStudying. It's going so much faster than last game, it seems. We've only passed 2 minutes, and it feels like so much has already happened. Now a deep off-stage situation again. Now gets the bomb and the PK rocket, untackable. iStudying loses his second stock because of a big edge guarding mismanagement, and now S1 again in the lead. He's been taking the lead in this entire game. But a deep back air is going to make it equal again. And now both players at their last stock. S1 potentially at the last stock of his tournament. What's he going to do?
Well, I was about to say it wouldn't be an S1 game without at least one PK rocket. We got that. But afterwards, iStudying once again with a beautiful back air. I love what I'm seeing right here, Dagobert. And it looks like S1 has found his footing. But he's 2-0 behind. And he's behind in percentage. It's again very hard here.
What are these PK flashes? They must be missing. I can't imagine S1 going for a PK flash there. Jab at the ledge is going to be so much damage for iStudying here. Gets the counter.
It's not going to be it.
Take the stock though. But again, being off stage against Greninja as Ness is very tricky to get back from. Neutral into forwarder. S1 missing the tech.
Yeah, but the thing is, all S1 really needs is not get hit by up smash. He gets hit by up smash. iStudying makes it to the next round.